I like to go to school. I love Elimu tales. I like a bit of science. I love Elimu tales. I like to learn new words. I love Elimu tales. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I love Elimu tales. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum. I love Elimu tales.
A, B, C, D, elimisha. 1, 2, 3, kamilisha. Shapes, numbers, we got the answers. Hey, elimu tunawakilisha.
I love Elimu tales.
Kyoko, what is wrong? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Oh, well, today I did very poorly in the weekly mathematics quiz at school.
Don't worry, I'm sure you will do well next time.
I sure hope so. If I don't improve in maths, then it will definitely affect my overall results.
You're a bright kid. Let me ask you,
Yes?
what are the topics that are bringing you problems?
Place numbers.
Only that?
Yes. If I can master place numbers and how it works, I'm sure my grades in maths will go up.
Would you like me to teach you about place numbers?
Yes, I would really appreciate that, Mr. Wafula.
Sawa, follow me. The number system we use in maths is called base 10 because we use 10 different digits. These are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
But those are just 9 numbers.
It looks that way, but remember, we started counting from 0 because, in maths, that is also considered as a value. And if you add them up, they are actually 10 different digits. Do you now see it?
Oh, okay, now I see.
There are also other number systems like base 2 or base 8, but most people prefer using base 10 because it's much easier to use. Now, let me explain how our number system is used to represent amounts. Here, I have a big maize farm, and we need to count all of them. For our farm records, and to do this, we will use a number place to count.
A number place to count?
Yes, think of a number place like a tiny box that can hold just one number at a time. So to start with, we have no maize, so we will put the number 0, but as we start to pick our maize, we begin to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay, now I see how that works. But we have a problem because it looks like you have run out of numbers to use. Seeing that 9 was your highest value, yet we still have more maize to count.
That's a good observation, Kyoko. At this point, the solution is to use groups to count. So, if you add just one more maize to the ones we have counted, we get 10. Let's put that in a basket. Now, the big question is, how do we represent this in our place number? Well, we add another tiny box that will be used to count our groups of 10. Now, remember our first box was used to count individual maize, while the second will be used to count groups of 10. For example, if we only collected one group of 10, we put 1 on the place number. If we picked 2 groups of 10, we then put the number 2 on the place number. And if we pick 3 groups of 10, then we use the number 3 on the place number, and so on.
Wow, that's genius. Now we can reuse our original 9 to count even bigger numbers of maize.
Yes, that's the whole point. Since this number place was used to count groups of 10, we shall refer to it as a 10th place. And this one, which was used to count one maize at a time, will be called the ones place. It is important to note that we shall not use the new number place in place of the old one. Instead, we shall use it together, side by side with the old one.
Why?
Well, let's say you have picked 4 full baskets of maize and 6 individual maize. You will put 4 on the 10th place and 6 in the ones place. That is why we cannot remove any of the place number boxes.
And suppose I have only 4 baskets and no individual maize remaining?
Then you just put a 0 in the ones place.
Okay, now I get it.
But even so, this too has a limit because we can count up to a maximum of 99. And if you look closely, you will see each of our place number has the highest value from our number digits. Now you can't count any higher number unless you add another slot of a place number. So if we have picked 99 maize and we add just one more maize, we get exactly 100. So we could easily create groups of 100 and use our new number place to count groups of 100. That means we could reuse the same 10 digits again to count the groups of 100, allowing us to count even larger values of maize. We shall call this the 100s place.
Hey, Wafula, you make this look so easy.
That's the whole point. Math is not really hard. It's just that people fear it. But are you getting the trend?
Yes, we are using number places to count different groups, and the digits in those number places tell us the number of groups that we have.
Exactly. The digit in the ones place tells us how many individual maize we have. The digit at the tens place tells us how many groups of 10 we have. And the digit at the hundreds place tells us how many groups of 100 we have. Have you also noticed that we always add a new number place to the left? Place numbers are always arranged in this order. So, we had the ones place, then the tens place, and now the hundreds place.
Yes, I did. And I also noticed that the new number place is 10 times bigger than the previous number place.
Yes, the tens place is 10 times bigger than the ones place, while the hundreds place is 10 times bigger than the tens place. Now, you will also notice that with so many numbers like this, it becomes tricky to quickly tell which number place a number is by just looking at it. So we use a comma after every 3 numbers as a separator. This makes it easier to identify the number value. For example, the thousandth place or the millions place. It is easier to understand the place value because the place where a number is will determine its value. So, even if we have only 10 digits, the place where each digit falls will have a different value.
So, if the number 7 is in the ones place, it means it's just a 7. If it's in the tens place, it becomes a 70. And if it's in the hundreds place, it becomes 700, and so on.
A good way to see place value in action is to write numbers in expanded form.
Expanded form?
Yes, let me explain. We can write the number 672 to be 600, 70, and 2. This is because 6 is in the hundreds place, meaning 600. 7 is in the tens place, meaning 70. And 2 is in the ones place, meaning 2. Therefore, 672 in expanded form is the combination of these 3 values, 600 plus 70 plus 2. So Kyoko, can you write 8,954 in expanded form?
Yes, I can. 8,000 because 8 is in the 1,000 place. 900 because 9 is in the hundreds place. 50 because 5 is in the tens place. And 4 because it's in the ones place. So the expanded form will be 8,000 plus 900 plus 50 plus 4.
That's correct. I see you have now gotten the hang of it.
Yes, in short, the number places are used to count different size groups. Each group is 10 times bigger than the next, and the digits in the number place tells us how many of each groups we have.
That's correct. Now I hope that in the next quiz you will score higher marks.
Thank you, Mr. Wafula. You have really helped me understand place numbers and how they work. You should become a teacher.
And who will watch over my farm? Anyhow, now you run home and practice more on this. That way you will become perfect.